All right, I'll be right back. 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 What explains that looping? Oh, gee.
All right. No, so I've just powered it up on YouTube, and so I was just checking my YouTube.
Okay. Oh, gee.
All right. No, so I've just powered it up on YouTube, and so I was just checking my YouTube.
Okay. Oh, gee.
All right. No, so I've just powered it up on YouTube, and I had two YouTube sessions running as well.
Technology. Okay.
Jolly good. So how are you then?
I'm well. I was really emotionally affected by the death of the Queen. I know she's old and I know people hate the monarchy, but I really do feel a connection, and I was named after her. My mother followed, when my mother was young. I was born when she was 18.
Yeah.
And she followed Elizabeth's story. And, my mother looked like Elizabeth, and she named me Elizabeth because of all that was happening in those years.
Yeah.
So I feel a connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah.
not everyone.
My mother was named Margaret, and she was born 3 years after Princess Margaret,
Yes.
And Sheila's sister was called Elizabeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when was she born? She was born probably in she's born in the 40s. Yeah. So
Yeah. So I really feel a connection, and there's been a lot of not Zoom, but Facebook bashing of the monarchy, and I kind of encountered a lot of flack when I mentioned that I was grieving, so I'm not going to say anything more. I didn't want to put a bomb in the water. I just wanted to say I was sorry.
Yeah. I haven't seen much. I don't think I've seen any negative posts here. It's been one of respect. Yeah, very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of our radio stations and TV stations have been switched over to relevant material, I suppose.
Sure.
But we was disappointed that the old last night of the proms didn't happen.
Yeah.
In a way, that might have been a good thing to have had happened. The last night of the proms. I'm a keen proms listener, and we were actually going to we were going out to a concert, Gilbert and Sullivan.
Oh, I saw your post.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
that
made
was,
me
so we
know.
heard in the car on the way there, and we got there, and they started with the national anthem, "God Save the King,"
Yes,
which was quite a jolt, really.
yes.
Yeah,
Well, it's the end of an era.
Yeah.
The days of all that, World War II, Elizabeth's reign, that whole era. There will be no more pomp the way it was, ceremony, and it'll fade out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, heaven knows, heaven knows. There's a lot of people do like all of that.
I guess.
And it is part of what people come to Britain for, with
That's
changing
true.
the guard, and there's always hundreds of people there,
Yeah. And I appreciate Charles. I think, he will be he'll be a good king.
Yeah, he lives fairly close by, and one of my or has lived up until now fairly close by, and one of my neighbors works for him.
Yeah.
And we've got Anne also living even closer. In fact, I can almost see her house from here. It's like it's just over the top of the ridge from here, looking across. Yeah, very close.
Where are you located?
So I'm sort of south of Gloucester, in the Stroud Valleys. Yeah. And hello, Gillian. Good.
Hello. We were having technological problems. The poor old computer just wouldn't. But we're on now, so just hope we stay.
Yeah. Hello, Atsu.
Hello.
Hi, Atsu.
Hello, nice to see you.
Hi. Oh, Elizabeth's gone, but she's come back again. Yeah. Oh, you're moving around, Elizabeth. Yeah.
No, I can't get any of the settings, so I'll just tune in and stay right where I am.
I find on my tablet, if I wipe across,
Hello, Helen.
I get the other pictures and the other.
All right, let me try it.
Just swipe.
Thank
across.
you.
And
Yay!
swiping. Hello, Helen. Yeah, and I can see Stephen's there in the background.
Oh yes, he's got the wrong instrument.
Oh.
Yaga daga. No, we seem to be streaming nicely on YouTube, so that's looking good.
Good. I had just bought, coincidentally, I just bought a new edition of the Playford, and what I had thought it might contain, because I've never owned a copy before, but I thought it might contain. This one is kind of a reprint, Jeremy Barlow, 1985. I was hoping that it would contain more about dancing.
There is a book that does that. It was quite expensive. We bought it for Michel and Catherine Belong.
Yes. So, in this edition, the first few pages do have one set of the dance instruction, and it does cuckolds all in a row 3 times, and shows the different editions. But I was hoping to know a little bit more about dance, and I know Bill could inform. And so, is there a way we might ask Bill to help us if we're going to do an edition that suits the table pipes, and if we're doing an edition, could we also include some dance notes from Bill? I don't know. Just a thought.
It would be great. It would be great to do that.
Yeah, I've already asked him to make sure it's all alphabetic and have octave shifts, bits where you might leave out the pipe for a second or do a little variation, and also some reference out to the different sequences that you're going to get in the different editions. So yeah, I've asked because I suspect it's, you know, with that number of tunes and the different editions, and also on top of that you've got different interpretations as well, because
Right.
some interpretations will need a different musical sequence depending on how a particular dance is interpreted.
That's what
I know that because I've spent many hours working on just one for last year. And I know, having done many hours on it, I know that, you know, you could have a whole appendix on that one dance, just with the same music, and you could have different octave shifts, you could have different sequences, musical sequences, you could have, yes, it's just so I'm hoping that we have maybe some kind of hybrid thing where we have something that people can carry around with the most common version that people might want to play in a typical key, and also have some, you know, if there are some major options, then have some way of briefly making clear what they are or referring out to them. And yeah, so I think there's a whole level of complexity which I've offered to be a reviewer for him, so I don't mind writing the massive appendix. I'm quite happy. My mum would love it if I did that. He's probably smiling down on me at this very moment.
I think that Terry Carter is working on a next book, which will be a Playford book, so it'd be worthwhile, you know, incorporating him in it as well.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
That's what we're talking about, Gillian.
We're talking about Terry, but you were talking about Bill, not Terry.
No, talking about
Terry.
I think we're talking about, I think we're
That's
talking
all right,
about.
then. That's fine.
That's fine.
I just didn't want him to be.
Like, there's going to be so much work that we're all going to have to put some work into.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could be simpler by just identifying a few of, like, the air, the beret, the gavotte, the jig, you know, and how they're danced, and then a couple of tunes for each, not the whole compendium, right? So it's
we're going for the whole. We're shooting for the moon. Yeah. Well, we have the resource, don't we? You know, on a day when I'm kind of completely knackered and have nothing else to do, I can review ABC notes instead of peering at my pipe and tabor or something.
Okay. So
yeah, it's entirely doable.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's like it's a book of tunes, but they don't say which dance it goes with, unless it says.
Well, this is what we intend to resolve. Yes, we intend to resolve all of these things. Yeah, so you can. I don't know how he's going to split. Don't know how he's going to split the volumes, because we need it alphabetic. But whether he does alphabetic, you know, first N editions and then alphabetic next N editions, or whether he does something else, I don't know. But that might be a sensible way of doing it, because then if you've got a set of people who want to do the early interpretations, you can just easily find those. Or if you want the 18th, 19th century stuff, you know. So there's all sorts of possibilities. It's fantastic, as Ronnie Barker would say. Fantastic. Sorry, I'm sort of talking far too much. Atsu, how are you?
It's interesting, but you know, and I had thought that it would be more dance focused, like beret is danced this way and here are some tunes. Gavotte, dance this way and here are some tunes. But instead of like a big tune list, so because I don't know how they fit in. Anyway, this is quite a project, Andy. You and
Yeah,
Terry.
so most of the tunes aren't for generic dances, Elizabeth. They're for particular. In fact, I don't think there's much in the way of gavottes and bourrées in Playford.
Well, there are a few, but the thing is that they all have specific sequences and specific choreographies. So it's a bit like saying let's have a book for the 6/8 Morris or something, or all the Morris slows or something. You know, it doesn't really work like that. It's more about the period that you want, because the text changes over time as well. So, well, possibly location as well. That's an entirely possible thought as well. You know, maybe in Bath they did it differently from, you know, in Northamptonshire. I would imagine they probably were rather more well washed there.
I think the one I use most of all is a very old Sharp edition, which is served me very well. It's very battered. Well,
would that be Sharp and McIlwain by any chance?
It might be, yes, that's right.
Yes, yes. That very underrated person who has been written out of history along with other people. We used to do so much more Playford. There were more Playford balls, weren't there? I think that they'll come back. I think they'll become more fashionable again, and I think this could be a way of doing it as well, particularly if we make it very period focused. So we can have a ball that is a very early one, or a ball that's late 17th century, or a ball that's early 18th. You know, I think that's all doable actually.
I can remember when I first moved here, Gloucestershire, one of the big probably the biggest EFTAS event was the Cheltenham Playford Ball. I think every district had a Playford Ball. You know, it was a you know, all over the country there was Playford balls, but they sort of died out here by the end of the 90s, and the only time I've been to a Playford ball, Bath, yeah. Oh, well, actually, they did a very good one at Sidmouth one year.
Yeah, no, they regularly do them at Sidmouth, and they did a really interesting one at Whitby, which actually included an amazing. I'll say amazing because you can probably guess which sort of music I preferred. They had Purcell's polyphonic something or other, playing some really gorgeous stuff that was absolutely dance focused and glorious melody focused, and they had some people playing techno Playford.
Oh yeah. That is that guy from Warwick or Coventry or somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, which was just about danceable too if you really knew the tune and the dance very thoroughly already.
Were they in costume? Because that was the thing that was about these Playford balls, was everybody.
Everybody was either in costume or obviously would have come in costume had they been able to fit it into their tent or whatever. Everybody wanted to be in costume.
Marvelous.
And there were lots of brilliant costumes.
There's a couple up in over in Germany, they do, don't they? They do a couple of Playford balls in Germany. Yeah.
I'm really hoping that Bill will find a solution for my problem, because I want a hat. You know Bill's famous really tall hat.
Oh yeah.
With the amazing plume. I want a one that I can wear in a collapsed state, and then if I've got a suitably interested set of 7 to 12-year-olds, at some point I want to be able to
raise that.
I do.
So if anybody can come up with a solution to that, I'd be very grateful.
Andy, I've got a top hat that works like that. There's a little, it's flat, and there's a little lever. You press the lever, and it pops up. But
where can I get one? Where can I get one?
Well, mine is very, very old, and the mechanism is quite fragile. I'm not sure whether they make them now or
Well, you
not.
see, I have access to some people who I'm sure would be able to make something if they had some kind of model. Could we have a workshop on how to, maybe a fringe for the winter warmer or something on?
Okay, on hat making for the yeah, it was called an opera hat.
Opera hat, that's right. Yeah,
and it worked like that. You could carry it around in your briefcase or whatever, and then put it on, press the button, and it would erect itself. And then
so I need one, but it needs to be like your amazing. What was the name of the bloke who wore that? I can't remember.
A little more tricky.
What was his name? I've forgotten his name. The guy who.
Mac the Hat or something.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course. Yeah, and I was thinking of the name of the amazing dancing master person who wore it, the Tabor.
Oh, not Arbo.
No, the one that you showed us pictures of doing the Turkish style stuff.
Yeah. Now what was that? Oh, right. I can't remember.
Oh, you can send it offline.
Yeah, I think I know the picture you mean. It's a Tabor. It's a Tabor at the French Opera about 1680.
That's it, yes.
And has the most wonderful hat. It's actually bigger than mine, but it's the same basic shape.
It can't be bigger than yours.
No, it is. And it's called the Barcarolle. I've probably got it on my machine somewhere. The Barcarolle at the Opera, 1680, and it's in the Carnival de Venice. Yes, I know where the image is, but I wouldn't be able to find it on my machine at the moment.
Oh, no worries. I think you sent it to us before, so I'll have to try and.
Yeah.
Well, we ought to have somebody playing something. I suppose we should we start with the Queen's Delight as something which all of us can play in our own way, whether we're monarchists or if we wish for the return of the Lord Protector. I mean, I suppose I should do that because I'm from his old college, but for me, he's just the name of the college boat.
Do you mean Queen's Delight, Andy, or do you mean the Queen's Jig?
Queen's
No,
Delight.
I thought we'd start with Queen's Delight and then we could do the Queen's Jig just a little bit later because we might have a few late arrivals at the ball. And yeah, so so I'm gonna play this on a Bucknell style. As we're thinking of people who are departed, then I've got a Joe Pole design Tabor here, passed on to me by David Rabson, which is very, very kind of him. R.I.P. Cambridge Morris. And I can either play it with I guess I ought to play it with David's stick, really, shouldn't I? I think I probably should. So that's what I'll do. So I'm going to play this not in the way that David would have played it, because a bit later on, when we get onto the Queen's Jig, then I'm going to play in more of a Bert Cleaver, David Rabson, Kenworthy Schofield style for that. So I thought I'd try and. So I just need to actually. I'll probably actually do need to change my stick. Hang on a second. Okay, yeah, I'm going to use this big stick that Rob made for me, which actually works better than this little stick. That's mad, isn't it? Okay, so it's going to be Queen's Delight in D. As it's the Queen's sort of special day, I suppose, in a way for us. Why don't we do the whole dance with two? So we'll have as if it's danced by 4 people. So we'll have 2 corners, and we'll have 4 sequences of corners, if I remember it correctly. So the first one is going to be the double steps. The second one's going to be the plane capers, if I can remember that. I might forget it, of course. The third one will be the double capers, and the fourth one will be the uprights. Yeah, so if I remember all of that, then that'll be quite amazing, because I normally, if I'm thinking of somebody who's departed, I normally go completely off piste. So apologies if I get the sequences wrong. But I'll try to do 4 lots of 2 corners as I've described. And we'll have a once to yourself as well. So this is in D. Here we go. This is going to be played in a kind of a vaguely Russell Wertley sort of style, but not totally. I knew I'd get the sequence different from the one that I said. It's funny because I was watching the dancers in my head, and of course they reminded me in my head that I'd forgotten that it's the half capers as well. What am I like? Oh well. Hey, hi, Dean. How you doing? You all right?
Very well, thanks, Andy. I haven't been here in a while. I've moved into a new house, and that's taken up a lot of my weekend time.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's really
well,
time-consuming.
actually, something happened each month. I moved into a new house. I organized the reunion for the class that I was in here at Ohio State about 35 years ago. That happened on this weekend last month, and I think you skipped one in the summer as well. So it's been a few months since I've seen everyone. It's good to be back.
Yeah, well, we haven't said hello to everybody really. Well, I haven't.
Oh, okay, good. Then I guess I've come
Probably
in at the right
everybody
time.
else has. Who we got? Well, hi, Elizabeth. That's right. You said hello yet, really? Hi, Atsu. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Helen. Hi, Gillian. Hi, Bill. And hi, Michelle. I think Michelle's busy working out what he's going to play. Probably if he's like me, I was running around this morning trying to do that. How are you, Michelle?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, it's lovely to see you. Absolutely super to see you. Yeah, really great. Well, who would like to play next? And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be particularly regal or Cromwellian or anything or anything to do. Oh yeah, Gillian's got it. Over to you, Gillian. Yeah.
Right, here we go. Yes. This is another dance. This is one that Terry Carter gave me a few weeks ago now. It's really catchy and it's really easy to play. I played it to you, Andy, on Thursday, and it's one that we'll have to put on the website, I think. It's Finnish. It's Anna's Waltz.
Oh, I love that. That's great, isn't it?
Gorgeous, isn't it? Yes.
That's really nice.
Yes.
So I'm hoping you might be able to video it for us so we can put it on the channel and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. And I'll send. Do you put the music on, or would it be Steve? I can send the music to Steve.
So it goes in the Pipe and Tabor upload place on the Google Drive.
Right.
Same place you put things before. Just has to have a name that's very obvious what it is.
We have a Scandinavian group here in Portland, Oregon, and they they play that waltz for their dances, and they also sing it. And so my band has learned it on the accordions and such. It's really pretty, has all those nice little chord changes and subtle major 7 chords, a beautiful piece. And they sing it as well. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to send that, Jillian, so you can hear him sing it. The chorus is just the woman's name, Anna, oh Anna, da, dee, dee, da, 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 da. They sing her name a lot. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dean's just asking if they sing in
Yes.
Finnish.
Yes, in Finnish.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow. Well, we need the word so that we can all sing along, don't we? That's what we need.
Yeah.
When we're not waltzing, that is.
Yes.
Actually, on a similar note, actually, Fizz has just my wife Fizz has just done her Royal Holloway masters kind of mini exam thing where she had to play 3 tunes on the duduk, which is this fantastic Armenian instrument that's more than 1,000 years old, so nearly as old as the pipe and tabor. How dare it be nearly as old? I think the original version is actually extremely old. It's just that they separated out the reed from the body of it, because I think originally it was just a single cunningly sorted out reed. But yeah, she's been playing duduk, so she's hoping to get some sort of waltz that would work in a ceilidh environment for the duduk. So maybe we can try and set somebody on. If anybody's got any Armenian friends who might have a waltz, yeah, that'd be good. Wow, that's fantastic. Right, who would like to play next? Oh, Bill, where's your hat?
Right, one moment. I'll get the hat. Here's the hat. Hat.
While Bill's getting his hat, obviously we're starting to. No, you don't need a hat to play, but it's just that with Bill, I mean, it's just pretty amazing.
It won't.
If he wears a hat, so I mean,
Won't work. Yes.
I mean, yeah. If he wears a hat, then I don't notice anything negative about his playing at all.
No, the hat.
But of course, if he takes his hat off, then
Yeah.
I notice that it's entirely flawless.
The hat, as Andy will know, it covers a multitude of wrong notes. So anyway, I'll tell you about this is one. This is Cromwellian. Well, actually, it's from the Cavaliers side, rather than the Cromwellian. Well, hang on. You might correct me on this. Anyway, it's the dance is the Siege of Limerick from Playford, but the original tune is it's by Purcell, and it's the first act tune from Diocletian. So Siege of Limerick. Fill me in if it's. I imagine it's like since most of those tunes were of royalist origin, even if they were adopted by the Cromwellians. This is most likely a royalist tune, but
they normally get two
the
names.
Details of the siege, I know nothing of. Here we are, Siege of Limerick. I should
They
say,
have 2 names, I think. Yeah. They normally have a name for each side, don't they? These tunes, like the King of the Fairies has an
Yeah.
alternative.
I'm just going to turn my sound up a little bit. I can't hear things that clearly. One moment.
Oh, okay.
One
Can you hear me
moment.
all right?
Microphone. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Well, now I can, but that's
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
So-
Oh yeah, I was just saying that that often these old tunes that are somehow related to Old Ireland often have a tune for each side, so that both sides get to play the good tunes.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I was thinking it could be Cromwellian, because the Limerick, the siege of that would have been Cromwell's forces laying siege to Limerick, I imagine, during one of the he was at war with the I guess it was
Yes.
was it James's crowd there? Anyway, the military details escape me. However, it's Purcell, and I last played this. In fact, I only came across it. I've forgotten. It's a triple time hornpipe, and I've added it to my collection of triple time hornpipes. We played it with a very interesting group. It was on the bottom. We had an ophicleide, then a trombone on the second line, a shawm on the third, and a flute on the top line, and then I doubled the flute on a 3-hole pipe. The original is written, I think it's D minor, so I was playing it on an F pipe. Anyway, Siege of Limerick. I'll see if I can get this right. Haven't played it for some months, but this is it. Hang on.
Oh, what sort of pipe are you playing?
I'm playing it on an F pipe.
Are you playing
F
on
pipe,
F pipe?
that's the original. I'm playing it in the original key. Just
Just a
to
second, I'm just going to get my F pipe.
just to one up on you all, the original key. I'll wait till Andy gets his F pipe. So it has to have an appropriately military feel, which I will try and convey, and a touch of anxiety as the siege progresses. So here we go. Sorry.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. Dean, you had a comment, didn't you? Dean,
What was
did you have
that?
a comment? Dean, you had a comment. I think Dean had a comment on.
Well, I put a bunch of comments in from the when he mentioned the Shalom. I seem to remember you playing a Rauschpfeife once back in the day, Andy, which is a similar instrument. But yeah, this tune was very familiar. One of the dance groups that I danced with in Boston, this was one of their favorite dances, and so this was a tune that they played quite often. So it's very. I don't remember the dance any longer, but the tune is still very familiar.
Yeah. I think it's a great tune. I must learn it. Actually, it's a good tune.
Would it be appropriate to try and do it at the Winter Warmer on G pipes? Do you think?
Yeah, it'd be fine. It'll work fine on G pipes. It goes very high. It's a little bit high for a little tiny D pipe, but on a G pipe.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
It's good indeed. So, but it also needs lots of drumming as well. So you could have a lot of
well, you're gonna get that in a few minutes actually from me, because I've got a Bert Cleaver style David Rabson's old Saber, so I'm gonna be giving it some of that in a minute. But thought I'd save that for the Queen's Chig.
Good.
Right. Well, anyway, so we hope that Dean's G-pipe turns up so that he can come over and join us for the winter warmer. But I think one of the strategies we're going to do is we're going to try and work out some things that we might do a little bit of work on in the winter warmer, and then perfect them at the or hopefully perfect them as much as we do perfect things. Perfect them in a joyous fashion at the Grantham festival. So that's the plan. So I've got a vague idea of instead of, we normally meet up on the Friday evening, don't we, for drinks and things.
Yeah.
I was going to see if I could expand that day slightly, but I'm going to find out whether I can. Depends whether I can get any of the ideas I have to work out. They would all be somewhere in Surrey if they happen, but I mean all commutable,
Right.
But
So you're thinking, Andy, of something Friday afternoon, is that it?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah. Just so that it would tag on at the front. Yeah.
Sure.
So we'll have to see. Yeah. So I thought we should probably start having some little planning Zooms at some point, So get a few people involved in those, including Matt, obviously, because he's doing the Grantham stuff, and obviously you, Bill, and anyone else who's itching to be involved, just let me know and I'll include you on the Zooms. Yeah, because obviously it's always great to make sure that everybody has stuff that's right for them, whether it's the type of pipes we're using or repertoire or anything. But I think it's good to get stuff published fairly early, isn't it? So we can all start working on it, and hopefully, we can be really good at winter warmer, and then we can be amazing at the Grantham thing.
So for that Friday, are you talking about the winter warmer or the Grantham Festival, Andy?
Initially for the winter warmer, but I mean we don't have all the detail for the Grantham thing at all. But we just know when each weekend is. And
okay, what's the date for the winter warmer?
It's the weekend of the 25th of February. So I think Friday is the 24th, and we normally meet on the Friday. Then we've got the 25th, which I think this year is a Saturday. Next year. This is February of next year, the Saturday, and the 26th is the Sunday. And on the Friday, last time we had a session in Brunel's Tunnel, didn't we? Is that right, Andy?
Yeah, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Which was quite good. On the Saturday, we can have workshops and play, and we have a parade on the Saturday around lunchtime. And in the evening, there are entertainments because we're running in parallel with the Commedia Festival, which a number of us have performed in before. So in the evening, there will be entertainments laid on in the little theatre adjacent to the Brunel. And on the Sunday, we can have workshops in the morning, and in the afternoon, a sort of a wandering around playing in various spaces. And a wonderful thing I discovered is there is a brilliant bandstand in Southwark Park, which I don't recall being there. I think they've reconstructed one of the Victorian bandstands, possibly the one from Crystal Palace, but it's a really beautiful thing. I'll send an image around.
Wow, that's fantastic.
That'll be great. So I didn't. At that time, we may not get an audience. Well, we might get an audience actually, but it just be it's just a lovely venue to play in. Right. So there is a bit of a program coming together.
No, that's great, and I think if we can include Matt, Dolly, and Grace, from the sort of Tabor Jigster angle, that they can start, working out how that might work in with stuff in Grantham. We'll try and get some good repertoire together and work on some stuff. So that'd be pretty awesome. Try and get George involved if he's not too busy. He said he was showing me he's just done this nifty thing where the Bunk Fest, and at the Bunk Fest they were selling off all this amazing you know, kind of costume stuff, hire stuff from some defunct playhouse or other, and he managed to convince his parents that he desperately needed to have this rubber unicorn's head, which he's established he can play pipe and tabor wearing this.
Right.
So I asked him whether it was as comfortable as his normal sort of his normal zebra costume, you know, which he wore in the Sidmouth horse trials. And he said, well, unfortunately, no, it's rather sweaty. And so I suggested, because he's saying that he can't make some of the tabor things because he plays underwater hockey. So I kind of just suggested to him that he should practice playing the pipe and tabor, wearing the unicorn costume with matching flippers and a sort of little, you know, scuba diving outfit. So,
Right.
so we'll see what happens. It's probably time for the next tune, isn't it? Who would like to play something before we all go mad? Oh, Elizabeth's got something. Hooray!
If you ever come to Portland, Oregon, there are two businesses you have to visit. One is Powell's Bookstore, which is a whole city block of rare books, old books, new books. It's 5 stories tall, a whole city block. And you can find the best books there. And the other is Music Millennium, which is a store for audio. They have vinyl records, they have CDs, all genre, new, used, local. It's a fantastic store, Music Millennium. And I discovered this CD, Estampie and Danse Royale, from the manuscript de Roy, the circa 1270. And I'm learning all of the Estampie Royale, and I'm charting them for my tabor pipe. So this one is almost done. It's the first one, La Prime Estampie Royale. And so I'm going to play it on a C pipe. They're really very interesting. Nice little dances. And I'm playing it on the C pipe because it's the easiest one for me to reach down to the lowest note, you know, the note below the fundamentals. So, and I had to adapt a few of the notes, as we do with tabor pipe, but I'm going to write them all out for the tabor pipes. And then there are 8. This is the first one. Let me get my bearings. Excuse me. That's most of it. They're very long, and it seems like they repeat, but they don't. And so charting them has been a little bit odd because they don't quite repeat, and they're long passages. So, and I knew I'd make mistakes, so I wore my hat so you wouldn't notice.
That's why I wear mine.
There's This is my platform 9 3/4 conductor's cap.
Wow,
I
that's
got it in London.
fantastic. Wow, yeah. Well, which house are you in, Elizabeth? Which house are you in?
Right now?
Well,
My
no,
home?
Which house, as in the sorting
Oh,
hat?
which house? Gryffindor, of course.
Ah, very good, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm never quite sure whether I'm in Hufflepuff as I'm a Tabor.
I don't hear much about Hufflepuff, so I'm not sure what the characteristics are.
Well, they normally try very hard, but they don't normally quite manage to do everything without wearing a hat. That's my experience.
They're kind of the unicorns of the houses.
That's right.
Andy, I have to say, when you ask Phil about that hat, the image of you popping your hat up is just, it's very you.
I just got to get one. It's just absolutely essential. Yeah, I probably need it. I'll probably need it by Grantham, really, don't I? Yeah. I'll have to try and get some friends to help somehow or other. I don't know how.
And my intention is to write out all 8 of these. So I'm just almost done with the first one. So I'll keep going.
Some of them are in Terry's books, aren't they? Some of the
Yes, they sound a little different from the versions that this group has reimagined, but yeah,
there are
a
some
couple
quite
of them. Yeah,
there are some quite good books as well.
yes.
You keep talking. I'll go and get my books. Hang on.
Yeah, I like writing them out for myself because then I connect better to the tune if I write it out. If I just see it on a piece of paper and start learning it, it's different. But when I listen, learn it, write it out, I get more, it gets into my memory in a much more solid way. So I've just started, and yeah, I've just got the first one. It's almost done. They're long pieces. Yeah. But I really like the estampie form.
There's this one's. I'm not sure if this one's got them all in. It's got a load of medieval music in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is the Oxford Anthology. And there's music in the Age of Chaucer, and then there's one that claims to have all the medieval dance music in it.
There's the one that the most recent transcription and the most reliable is probably that by Timothy McGee. That might be the one you're looking for, Andy. Yeah.
Well, this is Richard H. Hoppin, which claims to have every single dance tune.
Yeah, so some of them.
Yeah, they're probably.
Is that McGee, Andy? Is that McGee?
No, this is Richard H. Hoppin.
I think that's a much earlier one. A lot of them do various sort of manipulations, which puts them in. I think probably people are aware of these, but it's the I can't remember which one it is now. But they add in extra bars to make them nice 8-bar phrases, which I feel
we can't do that.
Is a bit wrong. I would recommend McGee as being the sort of the best the most recent authority for transcription.
What's his full name and what's the full name of the book?
Timothy McGee, G-E-E. It's available. I think it's University of Illinois publication, but it's all of the pre-1500 instrumental music, instrumental dances, I think he calls it. Instrumental dances. Hang on, I'll just go to my.
Oh, I think I might have that somewhere actually. That does ring a bell.
Do I get it? Mickey, Mickey, instrumental dance.
I'll have to check later. Otherwise, if I do too much searching, then all the books will all suddenly fall down. Yeah, if you could put it in the comments, that'd be really good. Meanwhile, we should have another tune. Who would like to play?
Kindle edition. Yeah, this one, can you see that? That's the Kindle edition. Is that meaningful? Is that, he does it, there's a Kindle edition for about £6, and that would be most useful because you can work straight from the digitized thing.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. Cool. And are you allowed to print out bits from it? Guess you are.
I never ask.
Well, you just get your full pen out and get your scribes onto it.
And if the writs arrive, you just say, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought I was allowed to." Never ask.
Well, at least I have the haircut for doing the illumination.
Yeah.
Right, we need to have a new. That's great. Thank you. That's really good. We need to have somebody playing something. Who would like to play? We haven't had anything from anybody else, have we?
I'll play something.
Wow, fantastic. Thanks.
There, I've got my original sound on. So this is a tune many years ago. I was actually a professional dancer. So after I met you, Andy, when I came back to Columbus, I got involved in a Yugoslavian folk dance troupe. And this is a tune from one of our dances that sort of stuck in my head from 30 years ago and was rattling around the other day. And I noticed that it seemed to do pretty well on a pipe and tabor. And it's also a very simple tune. It's basically just a scale going up and down in a certain rhythm. And so I haven't actually practiced it for several weeks because, like I said, I've been moving and things, but we'll see how it goes. And it just keeps on going on and on and on. It never ends. So I'll just stop it there. But the dance to it is, of course, a figure dance. The couples are doing this very gentle little bouncing step, a very small dervish, and the dance is just the figures as you draw pictures on the ground with all these, and it just goes on and on and on, and eventually fades into something else in the choreography that we did. So, but yeah, you see, it was just scales going up and down and stopping it at various
It's
points.
really nice.
Yeah, it's
You know
actually
what?
remarkably pretty for just being a scale, right?
What's it called? Yeah, it is. What's it called?
I don't remember.
Oh, well,
Actually,
if you can find out, let us all know. We can all learn
Yeah.
it. You know.
I remember what region of Yugoslavia it came from, and I have found the dance on YouTube, but usually they just say, "This is our suite from Split," and they don't actually give the names of the tunes. They just say that it's a tune from Split. So I'll see if I can find an actual name of the tune.
That'd be really great. Thank you very much. That'd be awesome. Yeah, we could all practice it and play it together. That'd be brilliant. Woo! Thank you. All right. Who would like to play next?
What's the source of that one, Dean? What's the source of the dance? Where is it from?
I just put that into the chat. It's from Split, Yugoslavia, or Croatia, I guess.
Oh, it's
nowadays.
Croatian. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
They have some fantastic sword dances from near there, which they call Maresca.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. We never did any of those, sadly. We did a lot of these sort of Slavic things where the men are doing the squats and kicks and things, which, as you can imagine, Andy, when I was young, I really loved that sort of thing. Nowadays,
Yeah, you were great at all that stuff. I mean, yeah, I was in awe of all of your squatting and all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it makes my knees hurt to think about it nowadays.
Oh dear. Yeah. Well, you'll have to show us all this stuff when you come over next. Do you think you might be able to be over for some marketing reason or other? Do you reckon?
Well, actually, my husband has a couple. He's a toy collector, and there's a couple of festivals and just some collectors in the UK who he would like to visit at some point. So we keep toying with the idea of doing a trip to the UK, and if we could possibly coordinate one of the toy fairs with one of the events, like Grantham or Winter Warmer or something. So I would like to ask whoever runs our website to update all of those dates as best we can. The last
Okay,
date,
I'll do that then. Yes.
that'll help me. And then he can look at his toy fairs and see if we can organize a trip where both of us an entirely fun trip. Not even having to see if I can get a work reason to go. So if you put the schedule there, we're definitely going to work at making that happen at one point or another.
Yeah, and I expect John Jenner will be sending you. He probably has already sent you the Cambridge Morris dates, I'm sure.
Actually, I've not seen that. I wonder if my
It's when the clocks change. It's always when the clocks change.
I wonder if my mailer is blocking those. I have not seen that. And
Have a look through your maybe
I
you
better
need to
check
look through
that.
your spam.
Yeah, because I definitely do want to be on that list. And Mark Perkins sends things around from time to time as well.
Yeah, oh exactly. Yeah, it could be from either of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
okay. I usually get the ones from Mark, so I'll just double check with him. Because Mark and I actually found some professional reasons to be working together, which haven't actually come through to a real project yet, but may still do. So I've got his email professionally, so I'll contact him. Find out.
Okay, right. Elizabeth's waving at me, I think.
All right, yeah, you and I have been gossiping too long, Andy.
Actually not. Okay, yeah. Anyway, we should crack on with another tune. Who would like to play? Oh, how about Helen? Yes, Helen. Hooray. Yeah, that'd be great. Go for it, Helen. Yes, please.
Can anybody hear me now? There's something. Oh, bother! No, I can't hear anybody else.
Have you got your original sound on? Have you got your original sound on, Helen? If you unmute yourself, then we can hear you. Yeah, have you got your original
Right,
sound
so
on?
I think I've got it set now, so I can still hear people, and you might be able to hear me. Can you hear me?
Brilliant. Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay. Right.
What sort of pipe are you going to play?
Sorry?
What sort of pipe are you going to play on? Is
I've
it
got this one. I bought it second hand. I bought it from Terry Carter.
Lovely.
He's been very helpful.
Fantastic. Is it a
I still,
D1? Is it a D?
I still
high
can't
D?
play it very well though.
Is it high D or is it a different key?
Yes, it's a D1, because I was having a lot of trouble with this first one that I had, and having got this one, I can now see some of the reason is when you hold it, this one has a clear place to put your finger,
Yeah, yeah.
and this one, even if you put the elastic bands, it's quite ambiguous when you go to hold it. That doesn't mean I'm a brilliant player all of a sudden, but that was why I was missing so many of the notes. And if I do it with this one, I don't miss quite so many. It
Brilliant.
still sounds bad, though. I warn you, you might want to put your fingers in your ears.
No. The main thing is, have you got a hat on?
Let me see. If I stand about here, can you see if I've got a hat on or not? Or am I?
We can't see whether you've got a hat on or not.
Right, so you can pretend the hat. So I have a brilliant hat. Whichever each one of you would like best, it's there. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like Bill's for me.
Okay. So I've been looking at the Terry Carter's first volume in the Tebra's Treasury. So I've picked out one of the tunes from there. It's the CSM 327. So it's one of the earliest tunes that I could find. So I want to go through looking at patterns in the music. So this one has a simple pattern, but it doesn't mean it's simple for me to play it, but it's something to build on.
That was super, actually. Can you remind us what it's called? It's really nice.
I don't know how you pronounce it. It's the one of the St. Mary songs, the old Spanish ones.
Oh, right.
Porque ben Santa Maria, something like that. But I don't know the pronunciation very well. But when I tried to play it from the book, I found that there didn't seem to be quite enough lines as written for it to put the words in that I found somewhere. So I've added a bit to try and make it fit the words, and I hope Terry Carter won't mind about that. So I keep my fingers crossed.
I think he loves it whenever people just get inspired by little bits of his stuff, you know, because we've had some sort of little issues like that, and I think that's inevitable, isn't it? When you're trying to just use something, the music, especially when it's got dance steps or words. Yeah, fantastic. Really nice.
Okay. Anyway, I have been finding it an awful lot easier with the wooden pipe than with the one I first bought. But having said that, having practiced with the wooden one, I can now do it better with this one. So it's
crazy, isn't it?
Yes.
It's really weird how these things work. I think the only thing I would say is that if you're coming up to a big performance, always practice on the thing you're going to use, because I've been caught out a few times by trying to play something that's a bit quieter for the neighbours, and it always ends in tears eventually if you carry on down that path. It's fine if you do it for a while and then change. But,
yeah.
Wow. That was great. That was really nice. I'm going to have to, well, maybe we should try and play that at the Winter Warmer. That's a really nice one, isn't it? Should we play that at the Winter Warmer? What do you think, Bill? Is that a good one for the Winter Warmer?
What was that, Andy? Missed it.
Is that one a good one? Is that tune a good one for the Winter Warmer? It sounds really nice to me.
Sounds fine. I mean, sounds fine. Is there a dance that, what was the name of it again?
Porkway something Santa Maria.
It's one of the.
It's a cantiga. Cantiga
It's
Santa
one of the
Maria.
cantigas. It's one of the cantigas, isn't it? I think any of the cantigas would be good, and if that's one we know, if we've got the notes to look at beforehand, that would be great.
I picked it because it doesn't have any of the notes that I can't play yet. It has the simple lower notes.
Yeah.
I mean, Gillian, would you be able to help us by doing like an official version of it that's as close as possible to what Helen's done?
Yeah.
That'd be
I
really
think
helpful.
I think if we go over it, somebody probably ought to go over it with the words as well to make sure we do have the right number of lines in. And I'd like somebody to check that to see if I had that right
Yeah.
or if it should be played as written.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of the cantigas are essentially pilgrim marching tunes, so it would be very appropriate for our parade around Rotherhithe playing cantigas.
Brilliant. That'd be completely awesome.
It would be good. So,
That'd be brilliant. Yeah.
Tell
I'm
you
very
what,
glad for that.
number 100 is the one. We, Rob and I do that one because we live up the top of a hill, and when we go for a walk, it always finishes uphill. And on a hot day, it's tiring, and we play number 100. And you know, we sing number 100.
Oh, fantastic.
Remember that one? The second part goes. You can imagine, you know, when you're trudging along. That's a really good one to trudge along to.
I tell you, I needed that in Whitby up all those hills. That would have been fantastic.
It's in Terry's book on page 9, the first book, number
Right.
100.
Number 100. Yeah.
Terry's book, first book, page 9.
Oh, fantastic. So yeah,
I think the one that Helen was playing is in that book too, isn't it, Helen?
So, yeah, that's where I got this tune from. Yes, yes, it's
Yes.
on page 11.
Is it number 327? Jorge Ben Santa Maria.
Yes, 327 is the one I played.
Porque.
It had the rhythm I wanted to practice as well.
Yeah.
But that's not the same as wanting to display it to people. You might want.
yeah, but that'd be great actually. Yeah, I mean, as long as Helen, as long as you don't mind if there's just a tiny change, if Gillian just does some editing or something, you know. Yeah, I guess we all have to live with that sometimes, don't we? Yeah, that'd be great. Wow. Well, we should do that then. Right, who hasn't played? Oh, lots of people haven't played. We need the people who haven't played to play, don't we? Who's up next? How about Michelle? Michelle, can you play us something? That'd be lovely. Are you ready to play?
Okay. Yes. I could play not from middle age, but from. I propose you some bourrée 2 times from the Morvan and probably from the Berry.
That'd be lovely. Thank you. Oh, Michelle, are you frozen?
c'était trois bourrées à deux temps. It was three bourrées 2 times. The last was from bourrée droite du Morvan. Thank you.
They were really super. Thank you. Bourrée droite. They're absolutely lovely, Michel. That's really fantastic.
I can, Ola, sorry. I can send the PDF. I can send the PDF file if you.
Oh yes, please. Oh, that would be really lovely. Yes, if you could send it to the group, because we could play that at the Winter Warmer. Do you fancy coming over and leading us on those?
Sorry, yeah.
Do you fancy coming to the Winter Warmer or the festival and leading us?
Yes, my daughter, my children live in London, so it's a nice occasion to go to in February in England.
Oh, that'd be really super, Michel. We're really hoping you can make it. That'd be really great. Yeah, if you could send us that PDF, that'd be another set of tunes we can do. That'd be really lovely.
Yes,
lovely to have
I send the file to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And do you think you might be able to perhaps give us some pointers on how to dance bourrées to those tunes?
Sorry, sorry, Mike.
Oh,
I have big difficulties to understand fluently English language.
Oui. Est-ce que peut-être vous pouvez expliquer comment danser ces bourrées à Rotherhithe?
Yes, that's very easy.
Rotherhithe.
La bourrée de temps, the bourrée 2 times is very easy to dance. I could make a demonstration there, but no, I can show that very. C'est très facile.
Ah oui, c'est très facile. Mais je pense que il y a des variations peut-être avec les gens qui roulent comme un cercle avec le
Rebecca Paris.
Right now.
Rebecca Paris also dances the bourrées. Yeah.
Ah oui, c'est vraiment. Ah oui, oui, oui. Ah, c'est merveilleux. Et peut-être Monsieur Biltuck, il explique l'histoire de la bourrée de l'arbre jusqu'au temps moderne, peut-être. Ah oui.
It's a bit difficult because the bourrée in the 17th and 18th centuries has nothing to do with the modern bourrée.
Oh really? Oh, well, that's a super thing to know. I didn't know that.
And in fact, at the beginning of the 20th century, la bourrée 3 temps, the bourrée 3 times, was called la montagnarde. La montagnarde. And now, la montagnarde is only that's at present, it's this tune is called La Montagnarde, but before, in the past, all the 3 times bourrée are called Montagnarde.
Oh wow! Because there is a Branle Montagnard in Arvo, I think. Is there not?
Yes. No, not La Montagnarde, La Moutarde.
Oh, La Montarde. Oui, c'est ça.
La Montarde, a bit different.
Ah oui. Ils sont fous, ces Anglais. Ah, Voltaire. Très savant. Ah oui, merveilleux, c'est merveilleux. Merci, Michel.
With pleasure.
Right. Who haven't we had? We haven't had Stephen, Stephanie, or Atsu. So, who would like to be next? Oh, Atsu would like to be next. Okay, Atsu, go, Atsu.
Hello. Actually, now I'm chatting in French language with Serge, who came to Gloucester. How many years ago? Maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And now I'm wondering to take a string drum from him, but he has a huge variation. So I'm wondering, basically, maybe a few years ago, I told to Michel, but now I'm wondering to play on a sonata, French sonata, for pipe and string drum. And his drum has his drum can play several harmony, not just a drum, like F, C, G, D, A, E. So, and most of the notes can be played. I'm asking you if some of you have his instrument, because I was asking to him the difference, but I have no idea for sound.
I have a string drum which is a very basic one, which I think when Michel came to Gloucester, I think we rapidly found that it was very basic and not at all ideal. But it was made by a great friend of mine who made my head.
I know. Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I keep it, but it's not ideal, I would say. I'm sure Michel would have far more knowledge about this than. Yeah, Michel, peut-être pour Atsu. Atsu, il veut jouer des notes qui sont un peu peut-être difficiles sur le tambourin de Béhain. Est-ce qu'il y a une configuration pour un sonate français avec Galubet et tambourin, peut-être? Oui.
Is this a question about a string drum, like so it's just some
Atsu, I think you may have come to the right place.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's fantastic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fantastic.
Ooh.
A drum like that, but with several notes, not only G, D, G, D, G, D, G, but with different, and to play a bass, un tambourin à cordes avec plusieurs, un tambourin à cordes avec plusieurs basses. Caroline en a un. Et Caroline en a un, c'est Serge Claderès qui le lui a fait.
So
Serge
it is made
Claderès.
by.
Yes, and she plays French sonate from Lavalière.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes. And
Yeah, with
the
13 chords.
and Serge Claderès
Yes.
built and sells such string drum.
Yes. I'm talking with him, and I know that he's making 13 chords for this sonata.
Yes.
I saw the other type of string drum. It's called le vibracorde. I don't know how to pronounce it. Le vibracorde, which has 14 chords, and it looks more comfortable to play several chords, several harmony. But I couldn't judge to now, which is
peut-être Caroline peut expliquer les différences entre le tambourin à cordes avec 40 et 13 cordes.
I leave the conversation. And I'm calling Caroline if she can take place at the meeting.
Oh, merci, c'est merveilleux. Merci, Michel. c'est très merveilleux. Ah, right. That means, Atsu, that means you have to play a tune now.
Yes. Okay.
It's a nightmare, but somebody's got to do it.
And
how is Sachi, by the way? How is Sachi?
Sachi is fine now. She's singing there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she's preparing Turandot, the opera by Puccini.
What's the opera called?
No. She's practicing the opera singing for tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh, hi, Sachi. What's the name of the?
Nice to see you.
What?
Studying now for job.
Yeah. Tomorrow the rehearsal will begin tomorrow. So she's preparing for the rehearsal.
Yes. I can't nothing now.
What's the name of the opera? What is the name of the opera?
Turandot, Puccini, composer.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I love that.
Yes. No, very, very hard for us.
Oh, amazing. It's amazing. It's visually stunning, isn't it? Oh,
Yes.
the Royal Opera House is that version is fantastic.
Very big opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that'll be tremendous. Oh, what is your part? Who will you be?
Apart soprano.
Oh, yeah. And the name of the person that you will be.
Quiet.
Quiet,
So she's not just quiet.
Not cast.
That's very important though. It's not just choir, it's choir.
There are many part. There are many part. Have to singing. No. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, I hope will it be filmed? Will there be film of it?
Hmm?
I don't know.
Will it be on YouTube perhaps?
Ah,
I don't think so.だからね。
No, probably not.
Sorry,
sorry, I don't catch that.
I said I guess probably not on YouTube. Probably not on YouTube.
Ah, and with the YouTube and 合ってる違う。
わかんない。So what is on YouTube?
Well, I just wondered whether there might be a little snippet of you performing on YouTube. Eventually.
Performing in the opera.
Perhaps.
I don't think they publish on YouTube.
No, probably not.
No.
Oh well.
I don't think so.
Well, so Sachi, you know what that means? That means you'll have to come over to England and perform it over here for the Taborist Society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think you might manage to come over at some point? What do you think? Any chance?
To the UK.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, we are hoping to come. I don't think it is it's possible to come for to the winter warmer, but
Perhaps the festival?
at the moment, yes, we'll come. Yes.
Oh, for the festival?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Oh, thank you. That's just really lovely.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
Really hoping. Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow, that's tremendous. Yeah, because because we obviously need to plan, as much as possible for the festival. So that'd be really helpful to know who can come. Yeah, that's lovely. And I guess we're hoping to have Elizabeth as well, hopefully. So
Hey, fantastic.
maybe Dean, perhaps. We don't know. Wow, this is fantastic. That's really great. Lovely to have all these at least hopeful yeses.
So which weekend is this festival, Andy?
Well, the festival is in September.
In September. Oh, okay.
So you're talking a year from now.
Yes, a year from now. Yeah, because what we're going to do is we're going to do some material at the winter warmer, which we then reuse, but even better.
Wow, I didn't realize it was a whole year out. That actually. And wait a minute, Andy. The Cambridge Morris men are having their anniversary not this year but next year. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, exactly.
And which weekend is that? Do you know?
I have it somewhere in my diary. If you carry on talking, I'll look it up.
Okay. I might have it as well, but yeah, I certainly plan to come back for that.
Yeah, fantastic.
So if that's near the same time, I could make a trip out of it.
I think unfortunately it's going to be quite different because that's going to be the Travelling Morris. It's going to be the anniversary of the Travelling Morris, which was the same week that Cecil Sharp died in 1924. It was the last week in June, I think.
Oh, so that's going to be earlier in the year. Okay.
I think that's roughly the last week in June in 2023. So I think that's right, unless it's 2024. I don't know. Oh no, hang on. 1924, 2024. Yes. It's going to be 2024. So yeah, so you've got excuses for coming this February, coming, then the September coming, then the following.
Oh, okay. So it's the
end of June, and then the following festival again. So you can come all of those times.
Twice a year.
You need to sort out. You make sure there are toy fairs in all of those times. That's all you have to do.
All right. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, there's
Right, now we need to get somebody else to play now. Oh, has Atsu played yet? Did you play, Atsu? I forgot.
Bill is saying something.
Atsu, I'm sorry, you need to play now.
Yeah. Bill is saying something. Bill, what? I don't know.
Oh, is Bill saying something? What are you saying, Bill? Oh, he's not. It's all right. No, we need you to play, Atsu. Over to you.
Sorry, another little question. And now with my colleague, we are trying to make like medieval bill for the table pipe for the drone. Do you know? But usually, with which pipe do they use for this pedal? Because for G pipe, fiddle should be small. But so I was guessing for D pipe, low D pipe, but I don't know usually with which pipe.
We have two VL makers here in Portland, and they've made their own VLs. It goes very well with the key of G or the key of D, and
so G pipe,
G pipe or D pipe. But the G sounds beautiful with the VL, the medieval.
So exactly, yeah. So and this is maybe low D. I see. Thank you, Elizabeth. It's clear.
Barry is trying to. Barry Lloyd, who made this, is he's kind of every time somebody asks him whether they might be able to have something vaguely similar to this, he has more ammunition to actually tool himself up to actually get a collaboration going, because he doesn't want to make it's an enormous amount of work for him to do all this stuff at the top, unless a friend of his can be persuaded who's more of a specialist in that kind of style of manufacture. So that's what he was saying. So basically, the more people email Barry asking for something like this, then the more likely he is to actually make any more of them.
Can you send me a picture later of this?
Well, there are pictures on the website if you or on Facebook.
Okay.
Or on Facebook, you can see pictures. We can see videos and things. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you.
Let me know if you can't find it.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a standard medieval VL, it doesn't have the pipe inside it. My friends make standard medieval VLs, Renaissance VLs. I have two friends who make that. I can send you pictures. They're
fantastic.
just VL, not with the pipe inside. I'll send you pictures.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
You also have the possibility of a C pipe from Barry Lloyd as well.
Yeah. Maybe C pipe.
So this will give you hang on. So that gives you the C, D, E. That gives you an F open, or a D with two holes closed. And Barry's got a real way of making things that work very well if you've got a big diaphragm blowing technique. Which of course you have.
Oh, fantastic. Looks great and sounds great. Thank you very much. So future.
Sorry, you were going to play something, Atsu.
Okay, now I play. Okay.
Trying to get out of it. It's because you haven't got it. It's because you haven't got your squirrel hat on, isn't it? That's why.
Well, and my squirrels are there. I know. he's lying on the toaster.
Well, I hope he's had enough toast then.
No, he's alive. Yes, yes. So I don't know what to play. So unfortunately, in this moment, I haven't got chance to play pipe and tega here. So but now we often dance Bulgarian dance. So now I play a dance tune. It is a Bulgarian traditional song. It's called Repnika Nike. I don't know if I ever played here. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Yeah. Once again. Thank you.
Oh, that was fantastic. That was, that was definitely worth waiting for. Atsu, that was great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
God, we haven't got very long now, so we need to make sure everybody plays. So we've got Stephanie and Stephen. Fancy playing, either of you?
I suppose I should have a go, really, shouldn't I?
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Thanks, Stephen. Thank you. That'd be really nice.
Well, I haven't played for a long time, so I'm going to take the coward's way out and do something that should, on the surface of it, be very simple. So there you go.
We're going to imagine you wearing a hat as well. That will do it for us.
Yeah, just to cover up the head. Yeah. Right. Just turn this around. I find it a lot easier to play standing up.
Yeah, I think we're all the same actually. We're all fine.
So very, very slow one. Hopefully won't be too bad. Sorry, it always happens, doesn't it? Why can't I turn this off then? Hang on a sec. Oh, that's better. All right, here we go. Try again. Take two. Sorry. Sorry about that. Bit ropey. There we go.
That was lovely. That was really nice.
I
That was
haven't
really
played
good.
for so long. You know,
Oh,
the long
I've
thing-
forgotten how to play that one as well. So yeah, I think we're all with you on that. What was that called? I can't remember what it's called.
Fortune My Foe.
Oh, of course. Yes. Yeah. It's such a lovely tune, isn't it?
Well, it should be very simple as well. 'Cause there's not that many notes in it. No, you know, designed to be played very slowly because it's I think it's like a funeral march type tune, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they used to play it when they were having their day out at the gallows,
Yeah,
didn't they?
something
So
like that,
yeah, it was So yeah, very very fine tune, really nice. Yeah, top 10, wasn't it, in the Tudor period?
Yep.
Stephanie, do we have time? Yeah, we have time for you. That's lovely. That's great. What would you like to play, Stephanie?
Friday. Okay, I'm sort of gearing myself up to play something. It's one that I'm practicing for Morris dancing, which is called the Breach of Killiecrankie. Okay, which we play
Wow.
a lot slower than the Scottish original version. So but we'll see if we can do it.
Oh, lovely. That was lovely. That was really nice. Yeah, I really like that one. Yeah. Do you mind if we try and learn that one?
No, not at all.
Wow. Well, we'll have to add that one to the list then. That's tremendous. Where did you find it?
Well, we've been playing it for a while for Morris dancing, and I think that that's got the most potential for me to. I mean, I've just been away on a Morris dancing weekend, and just as a sort of little, just in a session. Well, it was, it wasn't a public session, and I said, oh, I must start playing my pipe and tabor, and they said that's the one we want you to play. So hopefully, I shall start playing it out in public at some point.
Oh, lovely.
Hopefully, when I've practiced enough for it to not sort of like just stop in the middle. But if I play with other musicians, then that'll give me the confidence because they'll carry on if I kind of like run out of breath or something.
Would you mind if we tried to do it for the Winter Warmer, or would that be
It's fine. It's fine. Music is free, isn't it? It's like we've got to share it.
Oh, lovely. Well, yeah. How should we just try and find an ABC version on the web, or what do you suggest?
Well, I have no idea. I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
I don't know what the source of mine is. I know kind of like a friend of mine's got family up in Killiecrankie, and she looked it up, and it was a madly, really fast and furious Scottish version, which I couldn't possibly imagine dancing to. Well, not Morris dancing, at least.
Shall I try and find an ABC
Yeah.
and send it to you, and then you can decide if it's the right thing or not.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do that then. That's
But-
an action for me. Yeah. I'll try to email.
Breach of Killiecrankie.
So it's the bridge, isn't it? The
No,
bridge.
well, it's the breach.
Oh, the breach. Oh, okay.
Breach of Killiecrankie.
Oh, wow. That's even
Lot,
better.
lot of history attached to it.
Oh, wow.
Battles, you know.
Whoa. Okay, that's fantastic. Gosh, we got 6 minutes left. We've got to fit in. I don't think Gillian's had a full tune yet, have you? Did you do one, Gillian? I'm getting confused.
Yes, I did Anna's Waltz.
Oh, of course you did. Oh, okay. Good. Okay. So we've just got time for the Queen's Jig, and then yes, we're going to do the Queen's Jig. So we're going to be thinking of our various departed tabourers in the sky, of which there are, of course, many, and of course there are all the tabourers that are to come, of course. So we have to think about them as well, and we have to make sure we keep encouraging them along, don't we? That's what we have to do.
Andy, have we had a Sunday Zoom session like this since Gwilym died?
Oh, good point. Very good point. No, we haven't. So he is yet another.
Another one to remember.
Yeah, but there are just so many, aren't there? I mean, they're like. I mean, us tabourers, we're like the grains of sand on the seashore, aren't we? We just we're all trying to keep the whole process going along and encouraging everybody. Right. So I just have to find. Yeah. So I'm just getting the act together here. So this. Ooh, I have to take my hat off for a moment. Don't listen to anything I'm saying until I got my hat back on. Oh, that's better. Right. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to play the tune in. First of all, I'm going to play it in on my high D pipe in D, and I'm going to be using Joe Pole style Bucknell tabor that I got from David Rabson very kindly. And oh, this is the wrong way around. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be because I know no other way of doing it, I'm going to be hitting the struck side as in the snare side, which is not necessarily what people from the Bert Cleaver persuasion would be doing. Oh my goodness. Hi, everything's going pear-shaped now. I just have to reattach this. So yeah, I'm going to be hitting the snare side. I'm going to be starting by playing the Queen's Jig, which is obviously a Playford tune. Playford flourishing, of course, initially under the Lord Protector, Cromwell, who went to my old college, and so going to be on the high D Queen's Jig, hitting the Bucknell tabor on the struck side, and then I'm going to rapidly switch to a G pipe, and then I'm going to be playing the Bert Cleaver style stuff. And I won't be playing it as well as David Rabson or Bert in that style, because I'm just not trained to do that. So it's just, you just have to view it as my attempted tribute to them. So what I'll be trying to do, the way I've been trying to play in that style, but inadequately, I think, is I've been trying to stop imagining playing exactly for dancers' feet for the tunes, and then get a very sort of Cayley, almost a Cayley or Playford sort of style going, based on not thinking about the dancer's feet, and then reintroduce some stuff to ornament, which is, I think, more or less what I've seen them do, but I can't do it as well as them. So here we go. But you should all do your own interpretation and think of all those lovely people like Gwilym and Russell, and yeah, there's just so many of them, aren't there? Okay, here we go. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of tabering to try and get myself going on in the style, but I won't do it as well as those people. Here we go. And then on the G pipe, right.
And an interesting thing about that one, Andy, is the phrasing, that it's a three beats then 5 to make up the 8. And that's kind of interesting. So da down da da dee da dee. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just wondering if the tabering would bring that out, that interesting phrase.
Yeah, and I think I think that that if we had dancers in front of us, it as always it would be a lot easier, wouldn't it? That always tends to be the case, doesn't it? Okay, so let's have a go at Hunt the Squirrel then. That's a good point. So we're back hunting our squirrels. And hopefully you've all got either your squirrels or at least you're imagining a squirrel somewhere. Yeah, here we go then, and hopefully stay around for any chatting for a few minutes while I try and capture all this stuff on the chat. Otherwise I'm going to lose it, aren't I? Right, here we go then. Can you hear that okay? Is that coming across okay? Oh, what fun. Ooh. So, Bill, you'll have to tell us what happened to those people you're going to buy drinks for. Are they all on YouTube?
No, they may be on YouTube. I finally managed to get the link across. I will try and persuade them to join up and participate. But
yeah, are they the people who were doing so brilliantly with the wonderful cymbal playing and stuff? Are they those people?
No, well, yes, yeah, definitely, yeah.
I thought they might be. Yes, that's very good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had an interesting band of we're one of the things we're doing was recreating the Florentine Trombadori of 1400. which consisted of three long medieval trumpets, one shawm, and one cymbal player.
Would any of this help me in any of that?
So Renee, yes, it may well be. The current book, actually, it's later one than that. That's the one, that's Dancona, isn't it? The one I was using
no, this is Lewis Lockwood.
Oh, Lewis Lockwood. Sorry, yeah. The other one it's by Tim McGee again, actually.
Oh, Tim McGee.
And he's done one on, I think it's called Instrumental Music of Florence in the Middle Ages. Anyway, he goes into a lot of detail about the formation of various groups. And one of the early ones starts in late 14th century Florence, and it's this Trombadori. He had 6 trumpets, but they would work in 2 lots of 3. So essentially your group is 3 trumpets, and then you have playing a kind of harmonic thing underneath a shawm, playing the canto line up above, and then the cymbal player.
Oh, I know who she is.
The cymbal player adding the percussion, but it's great.
Where was the tabor? Surely the tabor was on his horse.
The tabor has come slightly late. The tabor has actually joined the band slightly later, and you get 2 taborers as part of the Trombadori from I think it's about 1440 or something. So they come in and play. So we could try and recreate that Florentine band.
No sackbuts? No sackbuts yet?
No sackbuts. Sackbuts weren't. They didn't come in till about 1480. The sackbuts.
Wow.
And then they come in with the pfiffery. You get this different group, but the original band, the Trombadori, is just trumpets and a single shawm plus cymbals. And then,
so Bill, do I need to get myself a loud low D? This is what you're saying to me, isn't it? Really?
You could just go with the cymbals, actually.
Anyway, excuse me, people. I've got to go now, but it's been really lovely to see you all again. So,
thank you, Gillian. You've been completely awesome. Thanks for the help on the chat earlier. That was really helpful.
Okay.
Bye, Gillian.
Really great.
Bye.
Yeah, all the best. Cheers. Thank you.
I'd love to try it because the trumpets essentially G is a good pitch for the trumpets because they're the straight ones, so they're basically in G. So 3-hole pipes in G would be fine, but even D will work to provide interesting. Basically, got a compatible scale.
Unfortunately for you, Bill, I already have a loud G, so.
You have a loud G.
So right, okay. I'm afraid nothing will stop me. Unfortunately.
Okay. Well, this will be one of the things for the winter warm-up. Will be a session with 3 medieval trumpets, at least, and any number of tabors and pipes.
Okay, and so they could be in. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks for all the lovely playing. Fantastic. Thank you.
We'll try and work out a little program, and we'll do it in the band rotunda. And I'll send you a picture of this wonderful rotunda in Southwark Park. And we might plan a Sunday afternoon concert in the rotunda and do all those things.
That'd be really fantastic. Yeah, that's completely awesome. Wow. So we should have a Zoom. We'll have a Zoom then to try and
to sort out some details. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's really great. Thanks, Bill. Elizabeth, do you need to be on Zooms about any of this stuff, or are you happy to let us just crack on with it?
You guys know what you're doing. I'll just follow along. I don't need to be at everything.
Cool.
But I have no
we'll keep you posted.
I'm a follower.
I don't think that for a second.
I'm a fan.
No, you're definitely not a follower. But thanks for all your.
I have a hat. I have a hat. I have other hats as well.
Yeah, Dean needs to work on his hat actually, and also Stephen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll get a silly hat for next time.
I suspect Dean has a Cambridge Morris hat somewhere in his post move, and Stephen, you probably have something, don't you? Yeah.
I'll find something for next time, Andy. Definitely.
Stephen, get a fur hat. You'll need to be warm at the winter warm.
It'll be here soon. It's been warm. It's on its way.
Otherwise, Dean will bring his cap for you to wear.
Yeah. I'm heading off.
Yeah, all the best.
I'm on dinner
I'm just going to
duty
stay on
tonight.
to copy all the stuff in the chat. Thanks ever
Yeah,
so.
I'm on
everybody.
dinner duty, so see you next time. But be in
Yeah,
touch.
awesome. Yeah, all the best to the cymbal player.
Yep, I shall pass it on.
And obviously all to those people who you're buying the drinks for at the winter warmer. Yes, we look forward to seeing them.
Okay. Bye all.
Thanks for another great afternoon, Andy. Thanks very much.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's made by all the
Thanks,
people.
Andy.
isn't it?
I'll get some
Thank you.
practice in for next time.
Goodbye, all.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye. All right. I need to get this chat stuff. Ooh, chat stuff.